of the things that we've seen so far in pre-season is Leif Davis moving inside, playing in midfield. Is it fair to say? How would you describe that?
Yeah, it's a bit like the Pep Guardiola philosophy of the fullbacks kind of coming in narrow and playing in midfield, and Liverpool have obviously tried to do it with Alexander-Arnold as well. So it's very much in vogue at the moment to try and use your fullbacks in that slightly different way, and I think that's just McKenna having a look at that. We know the kind of setup from last season as the base shape, as Alex says, of 4-2-3-1, but Burns on the right would play very high. The left sider, Broadhead, obviously in the latter stages of the season, would tuck inside, and Davis would cover the entirety of that left side, and the whole system would kind of shift and flex a little bit. This time it's Davis sort of being given a lot more freedom. It was noticeable in the Felixstowe game, but even more so in this one, that he would be making these darts inside. There was one where he made a sort of a diagonal dart where he ended up almost becoming centre forward at one stage. So he'd been given freedom to roam a little bit, which obviously means the player in front of him, who was Kyle Edwards, in the second half of this game, I think those two were paired together against Felixstowe as well, actually, in their half. He then has to obviously stay that little bit wider and not drop inside a little bit. There was a couple of other sort of moving elements to it. We were fortunate enough to kind of be in the press box just behind where Kieran McKenna and the dugouts were, so you could hear some of his instructions. And it was notable that he was telling Cameron Humphreys in the first half to get forward when we're in our building phase of play. Join the number 10. So one of those two holding midfielders is being encouraged to then, as Davis comes inside into that central area, then obviously the where he's coming into, someone has to vacate that space. It was Cameron Humphreys in the first half. I think that was Jack Taylor. And this is where, when we heard McKenna talk about what role he sees for Jack Taylor, and him talking about being a box-to-box player, and McKenna saying that he wants Taylor to be used in a more advanced role, I think he'll start as one of those two sitters, but regularly get forward